Christ is born.
Hi, my name is Sister Constance, and I'm happy to be with you for this Advent video series. I know it's only Thanksgiving week, but if you're like me, you're already thinking about Christmas. Experts are predicting a long, dark winter due to the pandemic. But I've been thinking that this Christmas presents a unique opportunity because now we have every excuse to skip the hassles of shopping and the social gatherings and other events that sometimes cause us so much stress during the holidays. This year, we have a great chance to focus on the real meaning of Christmas. I suggest that we put Jesus at the center by giving the nativity scene an extra special place of honor in our homes this Christmas. Depending on how things are going with the pandemic, we might not be able to set foot in church on Christmas Day, but we can gather to pray and celebrate around our own creche. The family is sometimes considered the domestic church. This Christmas, our households may have to become church in a very literal way. If you don't have a nativity set, perhaps you can get one, or even better, make one. You can easily find all kinds of nativity sets online, but you can also find lots of DIY materials on the internet. Building something together might be a great way to unite everyone in your household, from kids to seniors, around a shared project. Crafts and artistic work, including simple coloring like these, have well-documented mental health benefits. So getting involved in a creative project might be just what the doctor ordered in these stressful days of the pandemic. Last December, Pope Francis published a beautiful apostolic letter on the meaning and importance of the nativity scene. This letter will be the basis of our Advent series as we take a spiritual journey to the manger, the birthplace of God's tenderness and love. So at times I will be reading from a script on the screen because I'd like to quote our Holy Father's letter at length. It's so beautiful. Pope Francis wrote the letter to encourage the beautiful family tradition of preparing the nativity scene in the days before Christmas. Great imagination and creativity is always shown in employing the most diverse materials to create such masterpieces of beauty, he wrote. As children, we learn from our parents and our grandparents to carry on this joyful tradition. In his letter, Pope Francis calls the nativity scene a living gospel rising up from the pages of sacred scripture. He writes that the nativity scene shows us God's tender love. The creator of the universe lowered himself to take up our littleness. In Jesus, the Father has given us a brother who comes to seek us out whenever we are lost or confused, a loyal friend ever at our side. The nativity scene invites us to feel and touch the poverty God's Son took upon himself in the incarnation. It summons us to follow him along the path of humility and poverty. It asks us to meet him and serve him by showing mercy to all our brothers and sisters, the rich and the poor, the greatest and the least. So get out your paints and your colored pencils, your glue sticks and your woodworking tools, some twigs or pine cones, and in our Holy Father's words, create your own masterpiece of beauty. Next week, we'll begin looking at each element of the nativity scene as Pope Francis describes them, until we arrive at that magical night when the Son of God was born of a virgin in a stable in Bethlehem. Until then, I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.